Parts of southern and eastern Europe have been through an extreme and historic heat wave for weeks now, while the pest from the west has consistently hampered typical summer weather from Iberia to Scandinavia. For those of you who have grown tired of this seemingly stuck weather pattern, I'm happy to report that today's forecast will focus on some changes that are now underway, including a brief interlude of warmer weather reaching parts of the United Kingdom, with much needed rainfall and a decrease in temperature in the forecast for the Balkans and some surrounding areas. Along with that information, I'll also have a detailed update on what everyone else across the European continent can expect in regards to temperature, precipitation, and severe weather trends through early next week. With this in mind, please enjoy the following report. The first Atlantic system of the week arrived on Sunday, bringing rainfall from Iberia to the UK and Ireland. Between Monday and Wednesday, it slowly made its way up to the Nordic countries, where it is now located on this Friday afternoon. Widespread weak convection has developed around the center of low pressure as it traverses Finland, with the primary hazards of lightning and heavy rain. The system will continue on its slow pace through the weekend, so that will keep showers and storms in the forecast across a large part of Russia, while rounds of heavy rain and thunderstorms continue over the Balkans and parts of Turkey. With all that action going on across the east now, focus your attention further west. A more organized system is arriving in Ireland and the UK today, and it's actually this system which pushed some warmer air out ahead of it, bringing a taste of summer to many of you. For those who do like the warmer weather, then enjoy it while it lasts, because it won't take long for the pests from the west to overtake the rest of the United Kingdom. Then, as the cold front interacts with the warmer and more unstable air over mainland Europe, widespread thunderstorms are likely. I expect this scenario to play out in France and parts of the Benelux countries tomorrow, with all that activity, whether it's in the form of heavy rain or thunderstorms, progressing into Scandinavia and Central Europe on Sunday. Additionally, the southern half of that cold front could break off and go rogue over the Mediterranean, increasing the risk of severe weather and heavy rain in parts of Italy. Just for the next 2 days alone, parts of the Nordic countries, western Russia, eastern Turkey and Georgia, the Balkans into the Alps, Iceland, the UK, Ireland, and France can expect rainfall, with everyone else staying mostly dry. Between Friday night and Saturday, a heavy rainfall event is likely in Slovenia and surrounding areas, so if you are in this area and watching this video shortly after it's being uploaded, make sure you keep this in mind. Then for the next 5 days, we see additional rain due to thunderstorms across many of the same areas that you saw on the previous map, and then we also have that Atlantic system moving inland, which is why you see those green shades filling in quite a bit more. Focusing on the severe thunderstorm risk, I'm keeping an eye on this orange area that I highlighted from France to northern Greece. Conditions will be favorable for severe weather throughout this entire time frame, and the areas included in the orange shade generally represent places that have a greater chance of receiving a level 2 severe threat on subsequent outlooks. Italy is the only area where I've added a red level 3 equivalent threat at this point, and this is really going to be focusing on the severe threat for Sunday evening into Monday. Some high-resolution weather model guidance suggests very high CAPE values, possibly breaking into the 4,000 joules per kilogram range, and with the cutoff low fueling this threat, I'm becoming increasingly concerned for this area. Next up, I'd like to revisit the temperature map now that we're on the subject of precipitation, just so you can really get to see how these temperatures decrease in Southeast Europe with the repeated rounds of storms. Most of Europe is above average as of today, Friday, July 19th, but that will change heading into the weekend. Further west, that Atlantic system is to blame for the intrusion of cooler weather once again, and it won't take long for it to move deeper into mainland Europe by the beginning of next week. In the Balkans, extreme heat has thankfully taken a few steps down already, but it's not entirely out of the picture. Despite this, I'm watching the possibility of an even more noticeable decrease in temperature by Wednesday and Thursday of next week, so I'll be watching this closely, as well as another heat wave building over Portugal and Spain. On that note, I think we've covered just about everything for the next few days. Look out for another full-length weather forecast like this by the beginning of next week, where I'll go over the latest updates on what you can expect as the weather pattern finally undergoes some changes. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next forecast.